Well, sis, you the wins today. How special today is. I'm Derek Butts. In just a few minutes, you're going to meet some of the top leading ladies here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Now, they're doing big things, so I would just do it disservice if I tried to tell you what they're doing. But what I will tell you is if you listen to this talk today, you're going to pick up an aha moment, a nugget, a jewel, something that will inspire you to be better. So I don't know who you are and where you are and what you're going through, but I do know this. There are solutions and answers to make your life better. So let me introduce to you a few of today's top leading women in the DFW Metroplex. So if we will, let's just start right here to my left. Won't you tell me who you are? Just give me just a quick one thing. You'll have plenty of time to tell us a lot more, but tell us one thing that you're doing that's real important to you. Go ahead.
Real important to me is actually making a difference in the lives of others and building wealth through real estate. I'm Delisa Rose, Delisa aka D Rose, and we build affordable housing in low-income areas.
Awesome. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. All right, so let's see here. We'll just come on over here. Let's just get everybody introduced first, and then we'll jump right in.
Well, hello. My name is Setra Stevenson, and I am an inspirational speaker, author, and entrepreneur. I am just on a mission for us to define our own worth because you are worth it.
All right, that's awesome. Awesome, Miss I Am Worth It. And if you don't have a t-shirt, you need to get one of her shirts.
I should have had one.
Well, no. I need to make sure do you have men's shirts?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I need to get me a I Am Worth It shirt. Let's go over here to the doctor. The doc.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katrina Pullum. I'm president of Pull Court Media Group and business consulting firm. And I am known as the chain breaker across the country. And so what I do, I teach people to break their chains and walk in their purpose on purpose.
Well, there you have it. All right, so that's who we're going to talk to today. Now you've met them. So, ladies, how we're going to do this, let me just kind of set the scene so you kind of know exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to just throw out a question. We're going to talk, and I just need you to just put in your mind that somebody's listening that needs to hear from you, right? So, every question you don't have to necessarily answer, but we're just going to talk about it. So, in the aspect of success, what's one of the most important things that a person needs to either have or desire if they're going to be successful? What's that important thing?
I would say confidence, because first you got to have confidence so you can be prepared. A lot of times we lack confidence, we lack self-esteem because we may be the first of the first to do anything, and so we'll let our little voices in our minds say we could never do that. So having that confidence has once you get your confidence, then you begin to preparation. You have to be ready. So confidence and preparation are the first two things.
Okay.
Is what I would tell people.
I love it. Yeah, confidence is a major thing, and just kind of using that as a backdrop. In today's society, we see that women are continuing just to rise and to rise and to rise. Why is it that men have a difficult time dealing with a strong woman that is confident?
I'm sorry, but that's some type of insecurity within themselves. So I'm going to speak for me and my husband. My husband is the opposite of my personality. So He's the laid back, the cool one, the conservative one. He's taking everything in. And so normally when we go places and we take care of business, if I'm doing all the talking, he doesn't have a problem with that. So a lot of times you got to look at that when you get involved with your mate, what's the family dynamic?
Yeah.
How did they grow up? How did their parents, if it was a two-parent household, how were they raised? So all of that plays a part in it, but I call it insecurity. Because at the same, for me, when I look at, we're a team. So what's his is mine, what's mine is his, no matter how we get it, long as we get it legally.
Yeah.
And morally.
Yeah.
So if I win the deal today, he's good. If he win the deal tomorrow, I'm good, because guess what? It's all coming to one bank account. I'm just saying.
There you go. Good stuff. Anybody else have anything to add there when it comes to that confidence, and maybe even either confidence or just even an aspect of just, why maybe men have an issue with it?
I think some men may have an issue because it's hard I think it would be challenging for a man to have a role that they can actually do when the woman is, whether she's the breadwinner or the most confident or wearing the pants. Society has it where traditionally the man is the head of the household. Well, if the man is the head of the household but lacks the ability to make the decisions because the decisions lie with the breadwinner, that kind of creates an issue. It creates an issue. And I think that's really, really what it is. How can, if it's the woman's money, it's both monies, right? But if it's the woman's money, how does the man make decisions about how to spend it? How does the man say, we're going to do this without checking? We're going to do that without checking. Everything they do, they have to check. And it kind of downplays their ability to make an executive decision because out of respect, they're probably still checking. Okay. And I think that takes away a lot of what we think a man does, date night, or buy a gift, a surprise, or just different things. So I just think that naturally eats on their pride, and their self-worth. So a man would have to know how worthy they are in that relationship and how valuable they are in that relationship without money necessarily being that measuring stick. But money is that measuring stick for most. Even the most securest man may feel insecure because their manhood may be challenged when they have a woman playing that manly role. And I think that some women, just to cap it out, some women that are strong women are strong women but still forget how to be feminine women in the household just because they're strong at work. So
wow, that's some heavy waters this early in the conversation, but hey, y'all step right in there and deal.
It goes back to communication, because I know with one division that we have in our company, that money goes into another bank account, and so if I'm the sole one that's winning those deals, we still have an understanding that we own the company. We still have an understanding that this is our joint account. And long as you're not taking like a major money, like going invest in something without us talking through it, it's good. We have that type of understanding. Whether I go in his personal bank account before I take money, I still let him know. So it's all about communication. We don't talk anymore. As women, I'm speaking as women, as couples, we don't talk, and we always have a tendency to kind of put down our spouse. And so that goes back to what you were saying. It's like, well, of course they're going to feel insecure, they're going to feel intimidated if you started reminding him that it's my money, what are you doing? Those type of things.
You guys are really speaking this. It's powerful, and I got to make sure in the midst of facilitating this discussion that I don't lose manhood to my men out here, right? So I really think, though, some of the things that we're talking about, it's not about where you are when you're up, but where were you at when you were down? What did you establish before there was, quote unquote, a lot to split or a lot coming in? How did we function? Because truth of the matter is, if this is how we were functioning, now when prosperity comes, it's just a greater expression of what we were doing when we didn't have the money. So as you stated, I think you do have to think about communication, ground rules. What did we already have in place so that we don't lose our place when we start going to these other levels? So you think, how do we grow and grow from a place of wherever we started without growing apart, but we stay together? I think that's maybe the bigger thing today in this portion of this discussion is how do you stay together, right? How do you stay together as people climb up this ladder of success? And, you know, because as you're going up this ladder of success, we realize that confidence, that preparation, that I got to go get it has to be a part of your life. So when did you know you had that? When did you know you had that? When did Miss I'm worth it know that I had that in me to do something greater?
Well, I was speaking on as far as like with the mate. I'm single, so I can't.
All right, perfect. We got another perspective.
Right, so I can't relate to that. But as far as like when did I know is when I discovered my purpose.
Yeah.
You know, because at times I found myself in careers where I was chasing money.
Okay.
You know, so when I was chasing money, it was still draining me. But when I decided, okay, I'm going to chase my purpose, and then that's when I discovered, okay, I got it. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So that's what I would say, just really just finding your purpose. And I believe that our purpose is to help.
Yeah.
You know, how are we helping? And then once we find out, okay, we're helping and take it off of us, then you will know, okay, I'm there.
Yeah.
You know,
Man,
I'm at
good.
that place of success.
That's
because
good.
it's not about me.
So you believe then that you can be successful without, quote unquote, having a dog mentality to get there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, because we all want peace.
Yeah.
You know, peace is, wow, I think we don't want to have the money and then be, you know, everything else is out of place. You know, now you're stressed. Now the kids are out of order. Now the husband, you're separated. Because we do know money, it is important, whether you have a little or you have a lot. We know it's important. We know that for sure. But you want to have that peace of mind. So just knowing, okay, yeah, you know, I'm worth it.
That's good. I like that. So when was that turning point in your career? You're doing what you do, you know, but you know that there's this more factor. Can you trace that back to something? Just, you know, when was that turning point for you where you're just like, no, man, I'm not going to just dream this dream, but I know it can actually be my reality. When was that turning point for you? Or did y'all all come from just a lot of money?
I mean, as crazy as it is, this might not be what you're looking for, but the turning point is every day. You know, every day you're trying to grow, and then you surprise yourself with different things and different levels that you're at. And you know, you say, if I can come here, there's other things that I want to do. Let me do more. But going back to a specific point, I think that depending on where you come from, there's a mindset of poverty where if you I come from East Oakland, under the bottom, and
I visited over there.
yes.
But let me tell you something.
Don't talk about it.
I'm not.
Okay.
But there's a couple of things that I know is that I heard that, so I didn't even go to Oakland. I just went by Oakland. Yeah.
Real quick.
I was
Don't
on
stop.
that. I was on what y'all call it, bridge? That bus thing or the train? What do y'all call the train?
BART?
The what?
The BART?
Yeah. I got on that. I left. I took that from where I was staying. I went there for my brother's 50th birthday just this last year. And so I got on that, and me and my daughter, we rode that to the airport because it was, you know, we just thought.
But at the same time, there is no place like the town. There's no place like
Keisha
it.
Cole from there.
Everybody pops out.
And my girl Keisha was from there.
But you can easily get to a place and say, I came from this, and here I am, and let me be content. Or you can say, this content is not enough. But there's a lot of people who've been trying so hard to just get it, that they're forgetting what they're getting it for. And then when you look and you're like, have I been on vacations? Am I enjoying life? What the heck am I working for? Money is just a measuring stick of some sort of success, but success is finding that peace and happiness. So the things that make you peace and happiness, when you can say, I'm enjoying this. I don't have to work because I feel good. I don't have to prove my value to anybody. I don't have to prove my worth to anybody. I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm living God's purpose or my purpose, whatever that case may be. Then that is the success. And when you come into a place where you can accept whether I make $1 million or don't make $1 million, I feel good doing these things. But every day is still like, I want to do more. I want to do more to help people. I want to do more and more and more. So I think every day is a new opportunity. And to not be in contentment. You know, there's a lot of people who have a good job, but no retirement. Good kids, but they're not teaching them every day. There's a lot of people that are just made it, but okay, made it. Are you going to spend the next 50 years in made it zone? Or are you going to strive a little bit more?
That's good.
So every day, I challenge myself to be like, okay, how far can I go and still maintain peace and happiness?
That's good. That's a good point. That's good point. So then do you believe then success is the same for everyone?
No.
Yeah.
Because it depends on what they believe success is.
Yeah.
So success to someone could be as easy as learning to ride a bike or just doing music locally, compared to success for someone else maybe I have a recording contract with a record label.
Yeah.
So it just all depends on what they call success.
That's good. That's good. So you do the show I'm Worth It. It stems from your story. How has your story been connecting to people, and what is maybe some of the results that's taken place because you sharing your story? What's it doing in other people's life as an inspirational speaker?
What I find out is that a lot of people feel stuck in life. They don't know how to take that next step. So I use my show as a platform that will give them tools and strategies so that they can take that next step. And that's towards living their best life on purpose. When you said what does success is or living your dreams, it doesn't have to be what we see on TV.
Yeah.
Because on TV we have all these reality shows. It's telling us that our house should look like this, we should drive this car. But living your dreams can be something really simple that brings you happiness. Like me, just speaking, just inspiring, just helping women. That's me living my dreams. Me dancing. And I don't even have to be on somebody's video. Right. Just me, just dancing. And I do dance challenges on my show. I haven't done it in a while, but I do dance. But that's something living my dreams. So when we say things like that, we have to not look at what we see what other people are doing.
Yeah.
What is it that you want to do? And you take the steps towards living your best life.
Man, that's awesome. There was a couple on Good Morning America today. It was an elderly white couple, and their video went viral. Their video went viral all because they was in this parking lot dancing to Let Me Tell You Who though. They was dancing. I wish the person would have dug a little deeper. But the song that was on was ludicrous. Can you guess which song?
I don't want to guess.
You don't want to guess, and I ain't gonna tell you either. But they was dancing to Ludacris. So they get brought onto the show, and they talk about being married for 48 years. 49 years they were together, and they asked them the question, and they said, "Okay, so what else?" He was like, the guy says, "Well, I want to dance on the Dancing with Stars show." So like you're saying, success to him had nothing to do with money, had nothing to do with the fame or power or position. It had all to do with just being able to dance, and now dance on the Dancing with Stars. So of course, with any good show, you can't have a good show and then not have somebody from Dancing with Stars come out.
Right.
So they walk out and they give them this little pass, and so now this family's going to be dancing on the show. But like you say though, their purpose was now just to experience life and dance. And here you have this elderly white couple that has to bleep all the words to the song. But they like dancing. They was getting it in. So you never know, we might have you dance or something a little bit to just look.
I didn't say
like
nobody's
watching.
I just said I will.
Right. Okay, go back. You're 16 years old. You're thinking proms. You're thinking, beauty. You're thinking inspiration. So, who was that voice? Who was that voice? Who was that inspiration for you? Maybe it could have been somebody on TV. I think back in the day that was, Cosby Show era, Family Matters time, or whatnot. Or it could have been somebody in your household. But who shaped you? Who was the person that you would kind of attribute at that time of your life to maybe shaping you into your value system? Can you go back then?
I would say my grandparents. So my great grandmother started out raising me because I'm a product of a teen mother.
Okay.
My mom had me when she was 16. I lived with her for 2 weeks. Because back then my family was like, if you're going to stay with someone that's not the child's father, we gonna take the baby from you. So they had an agreement. That's what happened. And so growing up with my great grandmother and my grandparents, I truly grew up when it was a village. So I had all my mom's siblings, my grandparents, and my great grandmother who raised me. And so our family has a lot of values, a lot of traditions, a lot of cultures. And so till this day, I still raise my kids the same way. I'm a little flexible and being a little bit more communicative instead of saying, oh, don't do this, don't ask me no questions why. No, like you see my son with me today, he comes because he's an intricate part of our life, our business, and everything that we do. So I don't believe in shutting kids out, but I still hold to, I don't care if you out of my house, where you at, what you doing, you know, those things. And so I stick to a lot of our family traditions. So,
Okay, cool.
and I still hear it, like, just to be respectful,
Right.
you know, act like a lady when you're out, just all of those different things. So
Yeah. Okay, so your grandparents. Okay, awesome. Anybody else?
The town.
Okay. Huh?
The town. You know, I think that it's I've been looking for that one person or that one what shaped you, who shaped your thing.
Right.
But as I said, I'm special, so it didn't happen like that for me.
Okay.
And in life, we're shaped by the radio, we're shaped by school, we're shaped by home, we're shaped by our parents, we're shaped by the person that we don't like. You know, and for me, the environment of poverty, you know, created like this drive and motivation of like, go get it, because this is not where I want to spend the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And this is not how I want to spend the rest of my life. You know, at 16, you say 16, I had a gun at my head. So we were robbed, and there was a lot of that shaped me to say, if I'm gonna live the next 80 years, you know, what do I need to be doing to make sure that I'm in a good environment, I can afford to go to the other side of the railroad, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
What should I be doing? And all those things created this drive that makes you go.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I have kids now, and they're somewhat privileged, you know, and they've lost the drive and the motivation and everything else because they haven't had to get the
really
hunt,
see.
Yeah.
right?
And that's
But-
that generation.
Is that
Mine's like that.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but I'm thankful to the person that robbed us. I'm thankful to the person that killed my stepmother. I'm thankful to the police officer that was bad. I'm thankful to the D-boy that was, you know, selling my family drugs. I'm thankful to my, you know, I'm thankful to all of that.
Yeah, that's
because
good. That's
it,
good
you know.
because most times we can't do that, right? We can't thank and be thankful for the things that were hurtful, right? And I think people, like you said earlier, people get stuck. People can get stuck in the hurt, and the hurt becomes a crutch. It becomes our excuse. It becomes our reason why not, and the reason why I need somebody to help me or do for me. And it can turn into that, but to some people it turns into fuel.
Yeah, but Denzel has that new movie. I don't know, The Executioner, is it, or what is it? And that opening,
The
not to tell anybody
Equalizer.
who's
Hold
ever
on, now,
seen
don't be
it.
telling you that.
But
I ain't seen it.
there's two types of pains: the
Okay.
pain that
Right.
you go from and the pain that kills you. You know, which one are you gonna choose from?
And
So-
see, that's what my whole chain breaker movement is about. That's what my book, Breaking the Chains from Hurting to Healing, is about. Is although you've been hurt, there is still life after hurt.
Man,
You
that's
know,
good.
and you have to understand that the hurt and the things that you go through is just a testimony for you to help someone else and to push you further. I look at those as challenges.
Yeah.
Okay, I beat this challenge, so what am I going to do about it?
Good.
And we keep it moving. So I believe in now it's like when, you know, things happen. Okay, God, where you want me to go? You know, a year and a half ago, February 20th, I had a brain injury. And I may not look like it, but on the inside, I still go through things. My left side is still partially paralyzed. But guess what? I keep it moving. And I keep going. And I'm like, okay, God, you put me in this situation. for a reason. And so since then, I've been able to help other individuals who have went through it, because we don't like to go to the doctors. We don't like to get checked out. Are we so busy taking care of everybody else that we're not taking care of ourselves? And that's what happened to me. I was taking care of everybody else and kept putting off my health to take care of everybody else. But in going through it, I learned so much. And I've learned how to listen. I've learned how to be still. I've learned how to value not just my family, but myself. And it's brought my husband and I closer, because when I say the man did everything, I was no longer in corporate America working. I couldn't really do anything for myself. I had to learn how to walk, everything. And so going through that just pushed me further to keep on accomplishing my dreams and fighting for other people.
And I love it.
So,
I love it. Okay, so we're going to do this little exercise, and we're going to close out this portion right here. So here's the exercise. Each of you have a word that is your focus word. Now, because this is live, I didn't tell you your word, so hopefully you understand your word. If your word is the wrong one, I'm going to tap you and say, that ain't your word. You know what your word is. So you have a word that shapes you. You know this is your word. And so this is your word. Okay? And your word is not, I'm special. Okay. Now, that might be your
I
word.
define my
That might be your word. Who knows? But watch this. So what we're going to do, being the fact that we all have the gift of gab, we're going to put an inspirational message together off of our words. Okay? So, what is your word?
One word.
Or your phrase?
I am worth it.
I knew it. And I was going to say, if you didn't say that, I was going to tap you. Your word.
chain breaker.
I was going to say, if you don't say that, I was going to tap you. Your word.
I'm D Rose. Go ahead and tap me.
Okay. D Rose. Now, but go ahead and give. What have you consistently said? D Rose is.
D Rose. I'm delicate, resilient, optimistic, secure, and engaged with life. I'm a blooming flower.
Okay. Now that was all them definitions, so y'all get those, and you need to be. But her word is. That,
I know who I am.
That you're unique.
Yes.
And you're special.
Yes.
Okay. So now we're getting ready. So we're getting ready. We're getting ready to help people off of your word. Okay. So the word doesn't have to go in any order. Okay. So my word is assist you to win. That's just me, right? Assist you to win. You define winning, not me. We're going to give you principles to help you win. So here goes your principle right now. So I am worth it. It's getting ready to share that you are worth it.
You are worth it. You're worth your dreams, your goals. You're worth everything that God has promised you. You know, you are worth your family. For me, I am worth my life. So you just define your own worth. Don't let no one define your worth. You define it, because you are what you believe.
So now that you understand that you're worth it, it doesn't matter what's trying to attach itself to you. The chain breaker's getting ready to talk to you.
And so I would say to you, get up off the sofa, put the phone down, get up out the bed, and you are a chain breaker. I believe that everybody is a chain breaker. And so what I need you to do is that whatever you have been putting off and putting on hold because you feel like it's too much for you to handle, you stand up and you believe and say that I will break this chain of depression. I will break this chain of fear. I will break this chain of working for someone else. Whatever your chain is, you repeat that to yourself. And you stand up today and let it go. And get your pen and your paper and begin to journey about where do you want to see your life go in the next 30 days.
So the worth, the chains are broken, which now puts you in a unique position. That unique position will allow you to de-rose this thing.
My advice would honestly be, I'm a living example that you can come from under the bottom of the bottom, and it does not matter what your past is, what situation you were grown in, if you're a foster kid, if you didn't have parents, you can become a success, and it's all up to you. It's not up to what somebody else or how anybody defines you. It's up to you, and you define yourself. You have your self-motivation, self-determination, self-drive, and nobody else is responsible or controls that in your life. Nobody. It doesn't matter if you don't have the money. There's people that have started businesses with no money. It doesn't matter if you don't have parents. There's people that are successful that don't have parents. It doesn't matter if you have one leg, two legs, can't see. There's blind people, deaf people, paraplegic people that are winning the Olympics. The only excuse is you, whatever your name is. And again, I'm D. Rose.
Well, there you have it, a 3-part sermon, and I'll wrap it up with simply this, is that you can turn your periods into commas and have the rest of your life be the best of your life. Yes. So ladies, thank you so much for adding value to people. There's so much that I know you got going on, so why don't you just take a minute. Matter of fact, just tell them how they can connect to you if you want them connecting to you on social media. See, that's the benefit of our platform at Assist You to Win. It's the connecting place for winners. And we truly believe that the stage is wide. There's enough people we can get all on the stage and get to that place. So let them figure out how you can connect with them, so that I want them to be able to connect to you. If they tapped into some part of your story and they want more from you, how do they connect with you? Let's just go around, y'all tell them.
You can go to my website at setrastevenson.com, setrastevenson.com, or you can go to my radio website, yourworthitshow.com.
There you have it. Go connect with her.
For me, you can go to follow me on all platforms of social media at Dr. Katrina, DrCatrina.
There you have it, the doc.
Social platforms at askdelisarose.com. That's DELISA Rose, like the flower.com. But if you really, really want to reach out, feel free to email me personally at support@delisarose.com.
Hey, there you have it. Connecting place for winners. You just heard from 3 power-packed ladies that's doing it big. So thank you again, and we'll see. As we always end, it doesn't matter your age or stage, race or place. Whatever you do, go win.